They say that only legends know the real power of patience. Being patient when you're waiting for something really important can be tough. But if you stick it out, it's totally worth it because the payoff is huge. Just ask anyone who has ever had to wait for a delayed flight. Yeah, they know what I mean. Well, that's exactly what happened to me. Only my flight was delayed for 3 years. Can you believe that? 3 years I waited, but it was all worth it in the end. You won't believe why. It was love at first sight. When I first saw her across the room, I knew she was the one. Her eyes were shining like stars, and her smile could light up the whole world. It was only a few months after that when we had our first date. We talked for hours, and I felt like I had known her forever. She was beautiful, funny, and smart. And to top it off, she loved me as much as I loved her. Or so I thought. After we started dating, things were great for about 6 months. Then, suddenly she stopped calling me. At first, I didn't think much of it. Maybe she was busy with work or school. But then weeks turned into months and I still hadn't heard from her. I was heartbroken. I didn't know what I had done wrong. I just wanted her back. So I did what anyone would do in my situation. I called her, texted her, emailed her, even went to her house, but no luck. She was nowhere to be found. I decided to take a different approach. I tried being funny, sending her silly videos and memes. I even tried being serious, writing her long, heartfelt messages. But no matter what I did, she didn't respond. It was like she had vanished into thin air. The only thing I got was this automated response that said she was out of office and would be back in a few weeks. But weeks turned into months and months turned into years. Still nothing. I was starting to lose hope. I had always been a patient person, but this was really testing my limits. I couldn't understand why she was ignoring me. Hadn't we had something special? Didn't she love me? What had I done wrong? These questions kept me up at night. Then one day, 3 years after she had disappeared, I got a message from her. My heart skipped a beat. Could this be the moment I had been waiting for? Was she finally going to explain why she had left me? I opened the message and started reading. The more I read, the angrier I became. She had blocked me. After 3 years of waiting, all I got was a message telling me to go away. I was furious. Why had she waited so long to tell me? Why hadn't she just been honest with me in the beginning? I felt like I had wasted 3 years of my life on nothing. But then I stopped. I took a deep breath and tried to calm down. I knew that getting angry wouldn't solve anything. I needed to be smarter than that. I needed to figure out what had really happened. So I did what any rational person would do. I hired a private investigator. The Pi told me he would look into it and get back to me as soon as he had any information. A week later, he called me and told me he had found out where she was living. Apparently, she had moved to a different city and was living with her parents. He also told me that she was getting married in a few weeks. I was shocked. Was she really getting married? After everything we had been through together, how could she just move on so easily? I felt like my whole world was crashing down around me. But then something inside me snapped. I realized that I didn't want to live like this anymore. I was tired of being angry and bitter. It was time to move on. When I told my friends about it, they were shocked. They couldn't believe that she had left me for someone else. They told me I deserved better and that I would find someone even more amazing than her. They were right. I started going out again, meeting new people and having fun. I even took a trip to Europe. It was the best decision I ever made. I met so many interesting people and had so many new experiences. I learned that life was too short to waste on someone who didn't appreciate you. 1 year after all of that, I met someone who made me happier than I had ever been. Now I have a wonderful girlfriend and a great job. I am in a much better place in life than I was before. And it all happened because I was patient. Because if I hadn't been, I would never have met the woman of my dreams. So remember, no matter how tough things get, don't give up. Be patient and trust that everything will work out in the end.